The legend of NYAMGONDHO is a profound narrative that illustrates the devastating consequences of pride and ingratitude within the rich oral tradition of the Luo people. As a destitute fisherman from the Nyandiwa region of Kenya, NYAMGONDHO's life dramatically transformed when he encountered a mysterious woman from the lake, an extraordinary moment that would define his entire existence. On the rugged shores of Lake Victoria, where the waters whispered tales of mystery and transformation, NYAMGONDHO eked out a meager existence as a fisherman. His life was a daily struggle against poverty, with each sunrise bringing uncertainty and each sunset finding him searching for the basic kindness of neighbors who might offer him shelter for the night. Dressed in threadbare clothing and driven by an unyielding hunger, NYAMGONDHO would cast his fishing nets into the expansive lake, hoping for even the smallest mercy from its depths. Unlike other fishermen who might boast of bountiful catches, NYAMGONDHO's life was defined by persistent hardship, his survival hanging by the thinnest of threads in the unforgiving landscape of the Kenyan lakeside. On this particular morning, with hunger gnawing at his belly and desperation etched into his weathered face, he prepared his net with a mixture of hope and resignation, unaware that this cast would mark the most pivotal moment of his existence. The strange woman, found trapped in NYAMGONDHO's fishing net, skillfully negotiated her way from potential rejection to becoming his wife through a persuasive bargain. Despite her unattractive appearance, she proposed a compelling arrangement. She would bring him immense wealth if he committed to never revealing the circumstances of their first encounter. Intrigued by her promise and desperate for a change in his impoverished life, NYAMGONDHO agreed, welcoming her into his humble home. True to her word, the mysterious wife proved extraordinarily hardworking, transforming their fortunes through her tireless efforts and the unexpected blessing of her accompanying goat. As months turned into years, NYAMGONDHO witnessed his economic status dramatically improve, gradually accumulating herds of goats, sheep, and cattle, which elevated him from a destitute fisherman to a relatively prosperous man with multiple wives, all thanks to the enigmatic woman he had initially considered throwing back into the lake. As NYAMGONDHO's fortunes dramatically transformed from abject poverty to remarkable prosperity, the blessings brought by the mysterious lake woman gradually corrupted his character. The once humble fisherman became increasingly consumed by his newfound wealth, taking multiple wives and frequenting local drinking establishments with growing regularity. His excessive alcohol consumption and mounting arrogance began to erode the sacred trust established with his miraculous wife, who had been the source of his incredible economic transformation. On one fateful evening, heavily intoxicated and blinded by pride, NYAMGONDHO committed the ultimate betrayal by publicly denouncing his first wife, the enigmatic woman from the lake, calling her an ugly creature and dismissing the very relationship that had elevated him from destitution. This moment of drunken disrespect would prove to be the fatal mistake that would unravel everything he had gained, setting in motion a devastating sequence of events that would strip him of his wealth and status, returning him to the desperate circumstances from which he had originally emerged. When NYAMGONDHO broke his sacred promise by revealing the origins of his mysterious wife, the Lady of the Lake's rage erupted with supernatural vengeance. Her true identity manifested in a moment of profound transformation, her supernatural essence radiating with ancient power and wounded pride. With a piercing declaration that cut through NYAMGONDHO's drunken arrogance, she reminded him of their original covenant, that he must never disclose her origin. As her anger consumed her, she unleashed a devastating curse, compelling every single one of NYAMGONDHO's prized cattle to follow her inexorably into the depths of Lake Victoria. Each bovine walked trance-like into the water, disappearing beneath the surface, leaving NYAMGONDHO utterly destitute and stripped of the wealth he had accumulated through her miraculous intervention. In a cruel twist of fate, the very woman who had elevated him from abject poverty now reduced him to absolute nothingness, her supernatural powers a testament to the consequences of breaking a sacred trust. Today, at the precise location where the Lady of the Lake descended back into Lake Victoria's waters, remarkable rock formations stand as a testament to NYAMGONDHO's legendary tale. These stone impressions, believed to be the actual footprints of the mysterious lake woman and her accompanying animals, have become a sacred site for the people of the Nyanza region. Locals revere these formations with deep spiritual significance, asserting that the water flowing over these mystical footsteps possesses extraordinary medicinal properties. Pilgrims and healers travel from as far as Kisumu to collect this sacred water, hoping to harness its purported therapeutic powers, thus ensuring that the story of NYAMGONDHO continues to live on through generations, bridging the gap between myth, cultural memory, and spiritual belief. The legend of Nyamgondo bears striking theological resonances with the biblical narrative of Lot's wife, revealing profound moral lessons about human weakness and divine judgment. Both stories powerfully illustrate the dangerous consequences of prioritizing material wealth over spiritual commitment, presenting cautionary tales about the perils of disobedience and moral corruption. Just as Lot's wife was transformed into a pillar of salt for looking back longingly at the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, Nyamgondo suffers catastrophic loss when he betrays his supernatural wife's original condition of trust, resulting in the complete dissolution of his accumulated wealth. These narratives transcend cultural boundaries, serving as universal parables that demonstrate how human greed and pride can swiftly lead to total spiritual and material ruin, underscoring the timeless principle that true prosperity is contingent upon maintaining moral integrity and respecting sacred covenants. The rich oral tradition of the Luo people of Kenya is beautifully encapsulated in the folk legend of Nyamgondo, a narrative known by multiple variations including Nyamgondo Wood OMBARE and Nyamgontho. This captivating story, meticulously documented in the seminal anthology Keep My Words by the renowned scholars Onyango Ogutu and Nashley Mbaya, represents more than just a simple folktale. It is a profound exploration of human nature, wealth, pride, and supernatural consequences. The myth, deeply rooted in the cultural landscape of the Luo community, serves as a moral allegory that has been passed down through generations, offering insights into traditional beliefs, social dynamics, and the delicate balance between human ambition and spiritual retribution.